nail tech resume. Do you need one? What does it look like? Is this what you should have going into an interview? We're going to talk about all this right now on the Biz Talk. Tracey, I never got your resume. I'm just saying, I think we have to take a few steps back. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Name that song, by the way.
Opposite
attraction.
But was it 3 steps forward?
I don't know. I'm making stuff up, but it just popped in my head. So when it pops in my head, I got to get it out. Anyway, let's go back to the resume thing. I need your resume. I realize I don't have it in your file, your employee file, and we need your resume. So,
if I don't produce it, am I fired?
You were reversed fired. You have to work with Greg for the rest of your life at Young Nails.
So it's different.
You work with Greg right now?
He works here.
He works here, but I'm saying you're going to partner with him. It's going to be you twos working day to day.
Hold it. I know Greg's schedule. Sweet.
All right. Let's get on to the actual topic at hand.
And what was that?
That topic is nail tech resume. So in total, you're creating a resume. You're trying to, resumes are good, obviously. We get resumes all the time for positions when people want to work here. We look at the resume, review it. All of that matters. Is this something, have you seen this before? Something you would do as a nail technician? What are your thoughts on a resume for a nail tech? Tracey!
I personally have never seen it.
You've never seen a nail tech resume?
No.
I don't think I have either. But would it be a good thing to do? Could you see that? Let me ask you this. Yeah, let me paint the situation for you. So
paint me a picture.
Let me paint you a picture. It's my own song. I just made that up. You're welcome. Now, getting totally off topic here. This is going to be for somebody that, number one, wants to work in a salon.
Got it.
Okay. So is it worth the time for somebody to put this together, have a nice, clean resume on paper, send it to either bring it to the application or email it to him beforehand, probably email it to him beforehand, which is, I'm assuming, what you're going to do. Or is it, in the past, have you just seen nail tech, you just show up to the interview of the salon that you're going to work in? What's
I guess it would be the salon environment, right? Because I would imagine chain spas or something like that are probably going to have a more formal procedure,
probably request a resume.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't see resumes being a bad thing.
For sure.
It's good to actually get it down because I couldn't tell you what dates or when or where or what.
Where you've worked.
No. So I don't see it as a bad thing. Do most, like me as a salon owner, did I ask for it? No, I just asked for them to come in and
have a conversation.
Typically, I knew them.
Yeah.
I knew where they worked. I mean, not known them personally, but I knew of them. I knew where they worked. I know their nails. So yes and no.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, I think I agree with you because it's not like a corporate job,
right?
Where, you know what I mean, where the standard is send us your resume, right? Or even here at Young Nails for a position, and we haven't always done this, but for example, certain positions recently we have asked for resumes, and we get the resume and we review it, and even in the interview we pull it out and we go over the resume with the applicant, correct?
Yeah, it's kind of an easy way to kind of ask questions what their experience is. For nails, I would imagine your experience is nails. Yeah.
Right.
My thing is I would want to double check that they're licensed, and that's
that's pretty much it.
And check their Instagram, and it's different. I think a little bit.
I think you're right. I think it is a little bit different when it comes to nails. Unless, like you said, that's a really good example of if it's a chain salon.
More
Now,
of an HR department and
Right.
all these different things, and they usually are way more formal than.
totally. Is it a bad thing to put your thoughts down on paper or like just to lay out, job experience? And no, I mean, maybe you spend an hour doing that and put it all down. It's not going to hurt you. You know what I mean?
Gosh, I feel like my resume would be the most boring resume ever. Like, because I can't think of
Is
stuff.
that because you're a boring person?
Yes, totally. But people are creative and they're like da 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 da, and you're like, wow, they sound amazing. I'd be like, I do nails.
Dude, I have a resume story that's like insane. When I moved to New York when I was like 22 years old, I needed to find a job. So my buddy was like, "Hey, I'll make your resume." And so he made this resume of like I had all this like restaurant experience and I was like an insane like, and he put like colors, and I'm like, bro, none of this is true. He's like, just go walk around Soho in New York and just drop it off to every single bar that you see. Walk in, introduce yourself, drop it. By the time you're done, you're going to have a job. And I was like, okay. And I needed a job bad, right? So I just took this thing, went to every single restaurant in Soho, dropped it off. And by the end of it, I had 2 job offers. And, but here's the thing. No experience. So obviously within like a week, the head bartender at this one, I was working at this bar in Soho, and it was good. It was a really good gig, like high-end restaurant, and never served a freaking drink in my life. Didn't even know the names of drinks. I just had no clue. And the bartender was like, we all know that you have 0 experience, Habib, and it's okay. But just so you know, we all like, he wanted to make sure I knew that they knew. That I had 0 experience and I was the worst server. I spilled drinks, got orders wrong, spilled them on people, dropped them on the floor, like glass breaking it was awful. So my advice is don't do what I did.
See, this is the problem though. That's the problem I have with resumes and things in general, because nowadays, and this nails are I think different, but you send a resume and that's you, that represents you, and
Right.
you're going off a resume, and someone sounds amazing, but if you never meet the person and the personality and their experience and talk to them, that's what I like to do. I want a person to come in. I want to see them face to face. I want to be able to ask them questions.
I agree with you, Trace. I think it's way more important for somebody to go in. You can put together a standard resume if you want. I think it's way more important. You got to walk into the salon. You smile, show your personality. Hopefully, you're a nice human being. Express that. Show your personality. This business of nails is one that is very social, whether you like it or not. It is you are hanging with somebody. It's intimate, customer service type of business. And personality is important, and your ability to communicate is very important. I think you can't get that from a resume, right?
No, you can't. And I think, for nails, you're going to be basically, these are what I want to know. You're licensed.
Yeah.
How long you been doing them, and what type of clientele do you have?
What if somebody walks in and they don't have any experience and they're just starting, and on the resume it just shows that they just graduated school, they're licensed?
I've taken people on like that.
Okay.
For me, is the salon in the right place right now to have someone like that come on? Meaning, do I have time to train? 2, how are the other girls doing? Again, everybody was independent, but I wanted to make sure they were successful. So is everybody, and this might be where I differ from some people that booth rented, is Habib doing okay with his clientele? Is he still trying to build? Is she still trying to build? If I bring in another person, is it going to be fair to them? And isn't it fair to her? Because then they're all fighting for the same clientele. So I like to how is the salon doing as a whole? Is it ready for someone that's new?
Yeah, that's being a smart salon owner, right? Like,
I thought so.
Yeah, like you need to fill. If the salon isn't filling the existing techs,
it makes tension.
Oh my
it causes
God.
problems.
Of course. And then it's like, oh my God, there's another nail tech. I'm not even full with my clientele and I have to compete. Like, You're absolutely right. I mean, in the end, that's a huge thing. Like, that's being, a thoughtful, smart
I
salon
actually
owner.
had table sit because it just, I wasn't ready to take a new person, and I wanted a right person with a full clientele because the other girls were still building.
Yeah.
So it just, I was willing to take that income hit, because person that's booth renting, you're really just looking for that booth rent money.
Right.
It's the only benefit to you, but it's still your name.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say, like, if you don't have any experience, right? And let's say a salon is asking for a resume, regardless if they're asking for a resume or not, right? Obviously, on a resume, you can communicate your passion. Like, before they even talk to you, you can put in there, very passionate about nails, love the industry, want to build a clientele, steady, want to grow with the salon. Like, you can actually put these, you can give a snapshot of who you are before you meet the salon owner. That could be positive. That way, when they maybe they're not expecting it, but you send them a resume and it's like, oh wow, she's very motivated, wants to get in here, loves nails, very passionate, just got her license. Okay, I can make that. If you can get like a glimpse of your personality through the resume, that might encourage, hey, let me bring this person in to meet.
I like
what
that.
I mean?
I would even say you can incorporate, these are the current companies that I follow to get information. I watch daily education on YouTube. I practice X amount of hours a day, like all that.
I love that. I think that's anything that you can do to get across your intentions in nails, what you do to like further your knowledge of nails. You want to give sort of an idea of who you are as a human being, what they can expect once you start in their salon. Yeah. I think that's really good.
Yeah, and you see someone that's motivated and doing all that, you're like,
this is good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like, we'll get resumes, for like manager positions, and Tracey will send it to me and say, hey, what do you think? And I'll look over them, and it's like, can I get something out of this? And if it's just like, I'd like to see some personality, and like somebody talking about what they're passionate about, organization. Like, if it's for like a warehouse ops person, you want to see super organized, love things to be done X, Y, and Z. Communication is very important to me. I almost encourage over communication, making sure to problem solve 24/7, whatever those things are.
Yeah.
That's like, ooh, there's some key things this person said in the resume that I like.
You're getting a glimpse at them, and that's why I always, talking to someone personally is so big to me.
Huge.
Because the person that's most qualified on paper isn't always the best fit.
We know that to be 110% true. Yeah. It is only part of the story. You have to get them in. And even when you meet somebody in person, you're still taking a risk.
Yeah, you're still seeing the perfect version.
You're seeing the perfect version, exactly. And that's the way it goes, and hopefully you can make a decision to bring them in. If you're on the other side of that, again, if you're going to make a resume, if you think that's the right play for you, then I would highly recommend you do those things. Like, try to put in your passions, what you do daily, some of the company, if you follow us, put that in there. Education, whatever education you've taken outside of getting your license. I'm certified with Young Nails, with OWC, with da-da-da-da, with da-da-da-da. I've taken the Zoom Monday acrylic, 6 times, whatever it is.
List of certifications.
Yes.
Certified in this, certified in that. Certifiable.
A certifiable nail technician. I think that's great. You know what I mean? And even if you don't have any experience, showing all that to me is like, whoa, this person is really into nails. Yeah. And I think that's huge, correct?
They're a go-getter.
Yeah, they're a go-getter, like Tracey and myself. We're go-getters. We're teaching Jorge. He's getting it, though.
Go get it. Speaking of Jorge, we're looking for job opportunities.
Jorge is the goest of getters. That's the truth.
Goest of getters.
He is. He goes and gets them. And that's why he fits in so well here. Look. So I'm being nice, Jorge. There you go, buddy.
Stop it.
Vic, you can cut all that out. Cut it all out, Vic. All right. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on a resume, yes or no resume. And then if yes resume, what would you put in? What do you recommend? Or what's worked for you? Let us know. And also any recommendations for future videos, comments below, please. Tracey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you next time on the Biz Talk.